Hi guys, it's Tana Mongeau. Welcome to the Cancelled Podcast, or welcome back to the Cancelled Podcast. As you can see, I am in a very different setting, and I want to start off with an immediate apology, which you know is just my favorite thing to do, right? Like, hey guys, it's me, Tana. Sorry again, right? Today's episode of the podcast is going to be kind of similar to that one that we shot a while ago where Ty, Paige, and I were in London, and Brooke and Amari were at home in the studio. And by the studio, I mean my house. Because I am in Hawaii. I am in beautiful, gorgeous Maui right now, and I unfortunately am not able to make it home to shoot. And I did just want to talk to you guys about that for a second. I am praying on my hands and fucking knees that Brooke and BB or Brooke and Paige or whoever the shooting at home carries this episode on their back, because I'm shooting from an iPhone in Hawaii, and I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry that this is going to be the quality of a blender, but I had to do it for my mental health. And I don't know if you guys saw, this is not a Patreon plug, by the way. This is not me telling you to go subscribe or not subscribe. I'm just saying it because it happened. But last week on the Patreon, I kind of got into my life and my mental state a little bit, and I ended up crying, and you could just kind of tell in that episode, and in my real life, if you're around me at all, that I've been teetering the verge of a mental breakdown. Like I'm on the edge of a Hawaii mountain, right? Just a little mentee bee. And that has nothing to do with all of the positive in my life right now. Like, you guys, this podcast is number 3 in the world right now. Our tour is completely sold out. There's all these like good, amazing, beautiful things happening, but I also feel like I'm in this place in life right now where so many truths and serious things and beefs I've been saying on the podcast every week that I just need 2 weeks of mental health clarity and nothing insane and to be underwater, or I'm gonna lose it. And it's like, I don't want to, like, even this Cody Co situation, like, I don't want to talk about it like it's a bad thing, because at the end of the day, that's something shitty that happened to me, and now the truth is coming out, and I am able to help so many young girls and stuff. But at the same time, I can't open my phone or go anywhere in LA without seeing a million things about it. And I think that you can only intake so much about your own self before you go insane, right? Like, it's just not mentally healthy to intake that much content and opinions about your own self, right? And it's like, and even just I went out in Los Angeles the other night, and like, as much as I love my LA friends and shit, like, I was out for like 4 or 5 hours, and every single person I talk to is coming up to me like, what's going on with Alyssa? This is my experience with her. Can I come on the podcast? What's going on with Cody Co? This is my experience with him. Can I go on the podcast, or can you come on mine? Can we do this? Can we do that? Can we? And it just feels like I'm being pulled in 1,000 directions. And I finally get home at the end of the night, and I'm like, oh my God, I just felt like I was on the canceled mic for 5 hours. This is my first time breathing, right? And then on top of that, obviously just being home is like, there's a lot more access to me. You know, it's like, oh, Tana's home. Can she do this shoot and do this and do that? And a million people relying on me for their income and moral support, and to take care of them when I don't have any taking care to give for even myself, you know? With so many good things coming, I knew that I needed to kind of get the fuck out of LA and protect my health and my mental health and myself so that I can execute and deliver for all of you. And I don't want to cry. It's like 9 a.m. Like, crying at 9 a.m. is never fun. But like I said on the Patreon last week, I just want to say thank you again to everyone who has ever loved me, because you are the one sole thing that has kept me alive and pushing and kicking all these years. I hope you can forgive me for today's episode being toaster quality, because just know your girl had to come be underwater and shut her phone off. And I've been here for a week, and I've been working so much here. I'm trying for the rest of today to go jump in the ocean and just breathe, because I know that's what I need. And I already filmed this beginning take the other day to give you for the podcast. And I went on this 40-minute tangent about my United Airlines experience getting to Hawaii. United, listen, I love you. Okay, you've gotten me from A to B my whole life. And I think you have a lot of redeemable qualities as an airline, okay? I really like the blue. I really like the logo. I think flying Polaris is really nice. You've got some good lounges all over the world. But United Airlines needs to get on their motherfucking Zoom, okay? Because the travel experience I had getting to Hawaii caused me 100 times more stress than anything ever should. And I was already at my wit's end, sobbing, just trying to get here. Like, get me out on the first fucking flight. I woke up sobbing and booked a flight. And I don't know if you guys saw online everything that was happening with Flightgate, United Flightgate. There were like no flights taking off at all from all the major airlines. Like, my flight got canceled. Sorry about the sirens. It's like United Airlines is coming to get me. Essentially, I don't know what the fuck happened. Listen, I'm not an air traffic controller, but what I do know is every flight in America, including mine, was just randomly canceled because there was a Windows error, which is just crazy that there's one fucking person on a computer with Windows open, and that's like how all the flights are controlled. Getting on a new flight, and then everything that transpired from the moment I walked into the airport is probably one of my most traumatic LAX experiences to date. This shit made me barking at that woman seem like a cakewalk in the park with rainbows and unicorns, okay? I almost got arrested on my flight. Our brakes were broken. Like, a few men may or may not have verbally assaulted me in the airport. A flight attendant wanted me dead. Like, it is just... And I was going to include that all in today's podcast, and that was going to be my section. I gave you guys like an OG Tana story time rant. I was literally screaming. Like, I don't think Maui has ever heard screams like the ones I was giving, explaining this rant to all of you. And trust me when I tell you, I will give you every single word and detail of this. And listen, maybe I'll get spunky in the edit and insert a few seconds of that rant right now, just so you guys know where my headspace was at mentally, and still is, honestly, towards United, but I'll just show you. Another hour goes by. An hour goes by. I'm not kidding you guys. Like, I am like tit sweating enough to fill up a fucking jug, okay? Like, it is so hot. Babies are crying. People are screaming. Eventually, I decide I'm gonna go on a walk to the front of the plane because I'm about to pass out with how fucking hot it is. I walk up to the front of the plane, and one of the flight attendants standing there has the gall and the wherewithal and the balls to look at us and say, "Why do you guys want off the plane so bad?" I don't know, it's 110 degrees in row 30B and we've been here for an hour and a half. Mind you, with the 4-hour delay. It's so hot. He goes, "Oh, I haven't been back there. I didn't even know." Must be nice being in Antarctica up here, you fucking asshole. I'm doing a little better than I was in that clip, but however, something happened, okay? A bombshell entered the villa, and she came to save the motherfucking day, bitch. I'm not kidding. If I had to upload that toaster quality rant as my back half of the Cancelled podcast, I'm pretty sure I would lose every fan. Like, it wasn't what this episode needed, okay? Angry Tana ranting about the airport yet again, right? As I've been out here in Maui, all of my TikTok comments, every single one, I don't think we've ever had a higher requested guest on the Cancelled podcast than Miss Leah from Love Island. And I watched her on Call Her Daddy, and I was like, fuck, there's still a lot of shit I want to talk with her. If you have or haven't been keeping up with Love Island, like, point blank, if you haven't, I'm just going to give you the quick rundown. She is that bitch. She is that bitch. Every TikTok sound you hear for the next 6 months is her talking. Every outfit that bitch had on in Love Island, like, okay, pussy stunt queen. The way she handled so much shit that was happening to her, mental health and all kinds of crazy shit. Like, the way she's just handled all of this, like, she is beauty. She is grace. She is Miss American race, okay? She's my president, honestly. Brooke and I really still want to have her sit down on the Cancelled couch and just kick it with her. Like, aside from asking about all the Love Island drama, like, I think she's just a dope ass bitch. And the most well-received episodes of Cancelled are always going to be, you know, us with our friends or us talking to someone where it's not like an interview or anything crazy. And I think she like fits that mold tenfold. And I'm so excited to have this new iconic friend, but I might as well have been getting death threats from all of you to get her on the podcast now, to talk to her about other shit that she didn't on Call Her Daddy or she hasn't talked about yet, and just kind of introduce her to the canceled audience. And that is what I did for you guys today. I just got off Zoom with her. Never in my life did I think I would do a Zoom interview for the Cancelled Podcast. I'm not a big Zoomer, okay? I'm never giving girl, get on your Zoom. I did what had to be done, and I called this bitch, and I'm about to insert that, and I'm so excited for you guys to see that. And I think it's just 10 times happier of a lighthearted episode having her on than me actually cussing out the phone about United Airlines. And don't worry, we will get there. I will never actually let go of that travel day that I had. I never will. I will remember it when I'm 80. So either in next week's episode or a story time on my channel, if you guys just want like an OG Tana story time, I've got it for you in the bag. And again, I just want to say, I know I'm beating a dead horse with what I'm saying, but like, I'm so fucking grateful for you guys and every single opportunity that you have brought me in this life. And I am so sorry once again that my half of this episode is coming from an island, shot on a phone, Zoom interview style, but it was that or a psych ward, and your girl has got to protect her mental health so she can get on her Zoom for tour and for everything else that's coming. Like, the reaction and response to this podcast is the most life-changing, important, valuable thing in the world to me, and I want you to know that at every second. And that's why I'm here. I'm just trying to protect myself so that I can show up for you guys every single week. We all got to do it in life sometimes, you know? I needed to get away from the general population. Like, I don't know what's in the air right now, but I just feel like my whole life and traumas and everything are so public, and even just going out in public. The other day I was sitting by the pool at a hotel here in Maui, and this random man walks up to me, pulls his camera out, doesn't say hello, goodbye, nothing from Adam or Eve, and screams in my face, "Fuck Cody Co, am I right?" And I'm like, I mean, I guess I did do that, but I'm gonna kill myself because of people like you. Like, and that's just, I feel like that sentiment has been encompassing so much of my life lately. Like, one of the things that happened while I was at the airport were these, like, all these 18-year-old kids coming up to me, guys, like barking, literally barking, like growling and barking, which I guess is a funny full circle moment now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe karma for my barking at LAX, but barking, telling me to post more feet pics on OnlyFans. And imagine me, like, there is no worse peril in your entire life than being surrounded by like 6 18-year-old boys barking at you about your feet. And I was like, because it's never the fucking sweet, cute, hot, IMG dressed, like long, real hair, cute earrings girls who come up to me and tell me that they love me and that, you know, that I saved their life or whatever it is that they're telling me, because I feel the same way towards y'all. You know, I feel the same way towards all the hot girls. I'm like, there's no higher compliment than a hot girl calling you hot. There is no higher compliment than the girls and the gays and the theys coming up to me and showing respectful love. There's just been a lot of other out-of-pocket shit, I think, that comes with this life happening to me lately, and I just need a giant break. You know, like I was telling Trisha the other day, like, it's not that I'm not grateful for everything, but I would love to leave the Tana Mongeau suit for 4 days, right? Just not waking up to 100 texts of everyone needing everything ever under the sun, not going out in public and getting harassed by men and out-of-pocket strangers, and again, not you guys, not the support, like just seeing a million people commenting on like really serious things going on in your life, or people starting beef with me. Like, I gotta breathe in and out. That's what I'm doing here, and I like really, really fucking hope you guys can understand, because I hate letting you down or feeling like I'm giving you this half-ass shitty toaster version of an episode, but I had to do what I had to do. And I think that Leah saved everything. Like, when I was filming the other United Storytime rant, every 2 minutes I was saying like, skip to 39 minutes for Brooke's half. Don't even fucking watch this. So I'm so grateful Leah got on her Zoom, and I do have some content to provide you today, but just know, like, I'm not half-assing or bare minimuming just because I can. I really need a little breaksy from my mentee B. I know I'll be back and better than ever, because at the end of the day, I think my life's purpose is to show all of the young girls and gays and theys who were dealt similar hands to me in their early years, or are dealing with similar battles to me currently, that we will prevail. And that is what I'm doing my best to fucking prevail. Seriously, let me know in the comments below where you would like this United story time to live. Should I put the OG one on Patreon? Should I refilm it and put it on my YouTube channel? Or do you want to hear that next week on the Cancelled Podcast? Either on the couch with Brooke or zooming in or calling in or whatever, because I've got to get it off my chest. But I do think that it's better that we just do a little bit of a lighthearted episode, because the last thing I need is beef with United Airlines this week. I'm trying to just take it easy, call this fucking hot bombshell, and keep it pushing. I love you guys so much, and I know I've said it 5 times in this, but you always thank me for saving your life, and I can't thank you enough for saving mine and being there for me through everything. The good, the bad, and the fucking fugly. Now I am going to get the fuck off my Zoom and jump into that pool. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next episode of the Cancelled Podcast. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and our Patreon below. I think I'm going to grill Mongeau on our relationship for this week's episode, which he's going to love, by the way. But I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Listen up, renters. Ever feel like you're stuck in this loop of rent payments, just watching your money vanish into thin air? It's time to turn that rent game around and start earning some serious rewards. That's where Bilt Rewards comes in. People often throw shade on renting, calling it a bad long-term deal. But what if I told you that with Bilt Rewards, your rent money isn't just paying the landlord. It's secretly plotting to fund your future dream home. Bilt's got the inside scoop on turning your rent into a legit investment in your home ownership journey. Bilt is breaking ground as the first rewards program that hooks you up with points on your rent. Even if you're still rocking the old school rent check vibes, Bilt Rewards has got your back. They'll mail the check for you. It's like having a personal rent-paying assistant. Every month, pay your rent and watch the Bilt points roll in. Use points to jet off on a dream vacation. Put your points toward a flight or hotel stay with 500 plus airlines and 700,000 plus hotels and properties. Use your points to sweat it out. Redeem your points to book fitness studio classes. You can also use your points toward a future rent payment or toward a future down payment on a home. Pay rent hassle-free through the Bilt Rewards app. Your rent game just got a major upgrade. Bilt points have been consistently ranked the highest value point currency by the Points Guy and Bankrate. Earn points by paying rent right now when you go to joinbilt.com/canceled. That's joinbilt.com/canceled. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Joinbilt.com/canceled to start earning points with your rent payments today. Thank you, Bilt, for sponsoring today's episode of the Cancelled Podcast. Oh my God, you look amazing.
You look good. You look airbrushed as fuck. I look oily.
No, and like the dress, the outfit, just wait. I have so much to fucking say to you. I'm so gagged. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, thank you for having me. I knew we would have a ball.
Yeah, and this is just the beginning. I can't wait to actually get you on that fucking couch and
Please.
you, me, and Brooke.
I'm sitting on the floor because I wanted to get everyone the best lighting, so just don't mind me.
No, you look fucking amazing. Leah is here, everyone. Welcome to the Cancelled Podcast.
I'm fucking elated to be here. I was dragged through the internet saying, "Why aren't you there?" And I said, "Bitch, here now.
Get on your Zoom."
And bitch, we took that literally, honey. We got on our Zoom.
It's so funny. In the history of this podcast, I have never and probably will never Zoom interview someone again. But I don't think we've ever had a more requested guest ever.
Really?
Every comment, everything was like, Tana, if you don't fucking get that bitch on the podcast,
the bitch
you're gonna die.
arrived.
I'm so happy you're here. It's fucking insane. It's funny. I think the viewers will enjoy this one because they know the peril that I went through. Leah and I are on the phone yesterday, and I'm like, at any time you want, by the way, the bitch is booked and busy. She just got her phone back. Okay, let her do her thing, right? And you're like, how does 1 p.m. work? And I'm in Hawaii and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Oh my God, it's 4 p.m. It'll give me the whole day. It's 9 a.m. So stupid. It's crazy.
Were and I was like, yeah, totally. That's amazing. We're just dumb as fuck, just agreeing.
It's always two delusional bitches telling each other, yes, exactly.
Yes, queen. I was like, oh. Tana texted me after and she was like, wait, I'm dumb as fuck. And I was like, well, I'm dumber because I was asking you on. So.
It's we can't be hot and know all the time zones. Okay. We've got enough on our plate. And you're here and I'm so fucking happy. First of all, how do you feel?
I'm
phone back.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Like, I feel like it was a lot more. I was preparing for like the absolute fucking worst.
Me.
So it's taking a bit to settle in. I definitely think like it'll take a minute with the whole like nitpicking. I think it's a bit difficult when, I went into the villa like a very normal human being and I came out and everything I do is being overanalyzed. And
I can't imagine what it like psychologically does to you, especially with no phone. Cause it's like, if you had a phone, you would be like gradually seeing this, like slowly accepting it. Like you don't have a fucking phone for that long. And then you come out and you have millions of followers overnight and you're the top bitch. You're the head bitch in charge. Like everyone wants
when
you.
I told you, I thought I was the bottom barrel bitch. Like I was like, I literally was like, I've ruined my family's life forever. I don't think I should have come on this show. I've done not like I literally was like, because just the way I felt in the villa, I keep saying this, but it's just because I'm in such shock. Like the way I felt in the villa versus like the love that was waiting for me out here, I could not have guessed it in a million years. I'm sure everyone can tell from my reactions to every time I got picked. Every time I got picked, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought everyone hated me. It just, the villa, like it was just a lot.
It's gotta like fuck with your head. You know what I mean? Especially because like, in the villa, like if, the other girls are jealous or feeling some type of way or treating you some type of way and you don't have a phone, you're like, fuck, they hate me. Everyone hates me, whatever. And then to come out and have the exact opposite is just fucking.
I think though, like I really did love all the girls in the villa. And I do feel like we had like such a close friendship. Like I know, like, obviously PPG, like Serena and Janae, like were my closest in there, but I did feel really close to everyone else. Nicole is a really good friend of mine. Daniela, I love her. Even Andrea, like on our off days, we would hang out and like there was like a day where we did like each other's makeup. We were like fucking around and like same with Liv. Like Liv, I have nothing bad to say about Liv ever. Oh, Kaylor, I love Kaylor. Please don't. I'm trying to remember everyone's names. I love.
No, you don't have to remember everyone. We all think you're nice. Like I believe you.
I loved all of them. So then I was a bit put off when I come out and I'm like, oh, I thought.
And now everyone's trying to pit you guys against each other and like you had a great time. And that's because it's like men are so fucking stupid. Like all you really can hope for from that experience is a couple good girlfriends for life, right? Like,
and I got that and then some. So, and I also got Miguel, which is like, I couldn't have asked for more. Like, I just feel very, very, very lucky.
Okay. I was letting you say it first. And now that you've said it, I have so many questions. So we're back in real life.
Yes.
We're with Miguel.
Yes.
I love we. Like I'm not, okay?
But like he's our man.
Are you with him?
Yeah. Yes.
And how is that going? What is like the biggest difference of the two of you in the real world versus
are you saying are we together at the moment, like in person together type?
No, like just
are we like together? Like no, yes, yeah.
Like he's your boo.
He's my boo.
Is it different now trying to like date and be cutesy and shit like in the real world? Is it better? Is it scarier? Like how do you feel?
It's exactly the same. I feel like we just have such a special bond that I just feel like if you guys saw the whole thing pan out, you would get it. Like we are like so in tune, and I just feel like he's like the most compassionate, understanding person ever. And my family just keeps saying like they couldn't have dreamt of someone better for me. So
I have full goosebumps. That's actually so sweet. I thought that by the time we got to this Zoom, you were about to be like, because that would just be me. I'm so turbulent. I'd be like, fuck everyone. I hate every single guy. Like,
I keep saying I hate, like, I'm like, I just hate like the way everything panned out. I hate that. But like Miguel was the only, like, people are like, oh my gosh, did you have fun on Love Island? And they're like, I bet you had the best summer ever. And I'm like, I literally hated every moment. Like, except for the moments with Miguel and PPG, like, period.
That's actually like so fucking sweet that it ended up like that. And I feel like he is like a good guy. And you guys, obviously, like all the edits of you guys, I'm like, fuck, they're
we sit up on FaceTime until 5 a.m, just sending them back to each other.
Wait, I'll literally actually cry. That's the cutest.
We love them so much. We think they're
how does that feel too? Like, dude, I've been on TikTok and my For You page is literally just edits of you. Like doing everything, every sound.
Easy. Yeah,
but you're that bitch. Like you're so like
I don't think I'll ever come to terms with this. Like you don't understand. I was spiraling in that villa. Like it's going to take me years, to recover from this. Like I was traumatized. I still am. I think even like a lot of things I'm realizing like, oh fuck, like I am going straight to therapy. Like
I was gonna say, does Love Island offer like the therapy pack after? Or it's on
but you know what? I don't want theirs. So
you're like, I'm gonna need 8 life coaches and a psych ward.
Yeah.
I get that. I can't fucking imagine. I mean, at least you did come out of it like, and overall the reception is good, but still you've got to make sure your mental's right, being able to handle all of that. And like,
no, my mental is in hell right now. I need to build it back up for sure. Like coming out and no, I can't. But the thing is, the things that are helping are my supporters. Like I don't deserve them. I think that they have given me like, I'm fucking honored. I literally am honored. Like it's night and day from the villa to.
I really think that you do deserve them though. Like you're fucking so iconic. Every single person that is supporting you, there's a fucking reason. Like from the outfits to the shit you have to say, anyone navigating through like what you went through across that fucking show for 36 episodes, I know I would not do it with that much grace or intelligence or any of that. Are you kidding? The house would be on fire. Like, you fucking killed it and you deserve everything. And I just like, again, it's probably so hard, like feeling so low in the villa and then coming out and feeling so high and trying to figure out this like middle ground to be at. But I'm proud of you and the people love you.
It literally means like more than you know. It really does. Like the support is like the one driving factor of like that. Like I'm okay. These people, like I can do it for them. So I just feel like so lucky. So fucking.
You're her. You're that bitch though. Like just don't fucking forget that. I'm serious. It's crazy. And it's like everyone has so many questions. And like I do just want to say for all the canceled viewers, like we've been talking about this a lot off camera, like this is not ending at a Zoom. Like I want you on the couch, feet up, talking shit, like whole nine.
Nine. Oh, we'll bring the tea. We'll do our big one.
Are you planning on starting your own podcast at some point? I feel like the people want it so bad.
I know that the people want a podcast and I know they want it. They would love it with PPG. And you guys, if you have heard our conversations, oh my God, we are unfucking hinged. I know people would love it. I know it. But I think we are also, there are things coming. Like there are a lot of fun things coming for sure. Nothing is like set in the books, but we are definitely like looking at a lot of stuff. I know that I'm like, and my girls, they have a lot of great shit coming for them, all well-deserved, literally deserve the whole world. And then I know for
me, you're like also like, hey, I might want to meditate for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
first.
I think right now I'm just trying to settle, but there are for sure a lot of fun fucking things coming.
And I mean, just jumping straight from like that, filming that show has got to be so much work. Like trying to be entertaining, like the mental game in your head of like, you know what I mean? Like I'm on camera at all times. I need to be funny. I need to look good. The thing about
it is like, oh no, I stopped caring how I looked on like day 2. You could literally see like the frizz in my hair. It was like, I literally was telling everyone, I don't give a fuck anymore. What the world sees is what they're going to get. And if you don't like it, then fuck it because this is what you're getting.
It's so crazy because you say that, but like I was watching like the outfits. Can you walk me? I'm sorry if this is, I know all the people.
No, ask me whatever you want, please. I'm dead serious.
All my comments were like, ask Leah about Rob. I'm like, no, I want to know about the outfits.
Yeah, let's talk about my clothes.
Like way more important. First of all, like order of fucking operations here. How many suitcases?
Okay. 4 suitcases, 2 closets in the villa.
And then did all the other bitches have 4 suitcases of shit, or were you like, you really came to play?
You know, Kaylor had a lot of clothes as well. Serena, so fucking funny. Serena would every night would be like, Leah, I'm going to go shopping in your closet tonight. And she'd like open it up and I'm like, go at it, baby. Like, I feel like I'm one of those people though. I love like sharing clothes and I love like matching with my girls and I love that kind of stuff. So like, it made me so happy, like seeing everyone wear my clothes. And like, I also like my shoes. I think I brought like 15 pairs of shoes and shout out Bottega. Cause that was a very big amount of them.
I swear to God, sharing
Yeah,
clothes
Bottega. No, I'm kidding.
it is like the biggest fucking serotonin in the world, especially when a bitch has a wardrobe like yours. Have you always been like a designer fashion queen, like a vintage fashion queen? Like when you walked out in something Roberto Cavalli and I damn near fucking fell to the floor and died. I was like, these bitches could never. You didn't even have to talk. Like your outfit was speaking for you.
No, I fucking love that dress. My sister sent it. My sister is behind all of my clothes. I can't dress myself for shit. I always tell her, like, when I try and dress myself, I will stand in front of the mirror and panic. You know that scene of The Grinch where he's like putting on his clothes and he's like, no, hate it. That's me as fuck when I try and dress myself. But
when I'm sweating, screaming, crying, throwing up,
yes,
an hour late.
I always say I need to have I plan 1 hour of a mental breakdown before I go out so I can have a mental breakdown of like body dysmorphia, and then I'll be like, okay, cool, now I'm ready to go out.
Absolutely. Like I look in the mirror, I see Jabba the Hutt, I breathe about it for an hour, and then I'm cool.
Yeah, and then like I'll just get drunk and pretend like I'm not feeling that way. So
it's like looking in a mirror, like me as fuck.
But yeah, no, I run my sister her fucking credit. She's behind all the outfits. She's behind all the vintage pieces. She's behind all the looks. She gets fashion. Like that shit comes to her so easily. So that's all on her.
A built-in stylist as a sister is the actual dream, but it's crazy because you just wear it all so effortlessly. Hello? The body, like you just fucking kill it. I don't know. I'm like beside myself with all of that.
I love it so much.
I was wondering, like one of the episodes, did Kaylor get voted off and she was wearing your dress? Or like you got like was everyone sharing shit?
A lot of people so you don't have to share with everyone. Like what clothes are yours. So if you want people to wear your clothes, like they can wear your clothes. A lot of the girls were sharing with each other, and I told them like on like day 2, I literally was like, y'all you don't need to ask me for anything. Like I know we would call my section on the vanity the pharmacy, because the girls would literally go and like just take all my shit out, and I would be like, you don't need to ask me. Like the first few days, like they'd be like, can I borrow this? Can I borrow this? I'm like, take it.
By day 8, you're like, take the bronzing drops.
Oh no, bitch. I literally Kaylor currently has my hairbrush. She literally has it now. When I saw her at the airport, like she was like, oh, by the way, like I have it. And I was like, I know you do. I stole a Dyson hairbrush from the villa because
real as fuck. That's some financial compensation right there. Our hair
was intertwined in that hairbrush for like 2 months. It was funny as fuck.
That's fucking so funny. Like I love when a hot girl wants to share too, like not a gatekeeper. It's the best thing. I think it's so funny because all the people probably want me to ask you so much about tea, and I'm just talking to you about
no, you can. You literally ask me whatever you want.
It's no secret that weight loss drugs and GLP-1s are all anyone is talking about right now. But you don't need to be rich and famous in order to get access to these medications. Through Hers, you can get access to a budget-friendly weight loss program personalized just for you. Weight loss solutions are not one size fits all. Everyone deserves to have a weight loss plan that is tailored to their specific needs. So if you're struggling with losing weight and need some extra help, it's time you check out Hers. Losing weight can be hard, and when it comes to prioritizing your health and feeling confident and strong, it can be difficult to know where to start. Now you can get your health in check and be confident that you're on the right track to getting healthy through Hers. Hers is changing women's healthcare by providing access to GLP-1 weekly injections with the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy, as well as oral medication kits. Weight loss by Hers is realistic, not restrictive, and is focused on giving you access to the solution that is right for you. Hers connects you with a medical provider who will work with you to determine your best treatment option. If prescribed, you get the medication as part of a doctor-developed weight loss program, complete with ongoing support check-ins, medication adjustments, and answers to questions 100% online at no additional cost. Through Hers, weight loss plans are more affordable, with GLP-1 injections starting at $199 per month with a 12-month subscription. No hidden fees, no access fees, and no membership fees. Plus, your personalized treatment ships for free directly to your door. So if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, it's time you find an option that works for you with Hers. Start your free online visit today at forhers.com/canceled. forhers.com/canceled. That's forhers.com/canceled for your personalized weight loss treatment. Not available everywhere. Hers weight loss includes compounded products which are not approved nor verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescription products require a provider consultation. Restrictions apply. Actual price to customer will depend on products and subscription plan purchase. Thank you, Hers, for sponsoring today's episode of the Cancelled Podcast. Well, I just have a few questions for myself, and I'll cut them all, bitch, okay? I know I'm getting you on the couch. Like, I'm in no rush.
I know. Let's save some for the couch, too, because I want to give you and Brooke the fucking piping hot.
Absolutely. And we need Brooke's commentary for, like, so much.
We need it. We just hate. I know my girl was going through it. My sister was trying to update me on it, and I was like, I still haven't looked at it. I need to get caught up. I
just realized the amount, like, all the, like, Clinton Kane drama, like, you had no phone.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, I didn't even think about the amount of fucking shit you missed. Long story short, he's like an awful lying lizard. He said his mom is dead. His mom is alive. 30-part series he made. You don't have to watch it. It'll make you want to die. Okay. Like, just watch Brooke's and
okay. Oh, I don't give a fuck what he has to say. I just wanted to watch what hers was. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking die though. It's so nuts. These men just, I don't know. I mean, I guess speaking of playing blind, cheating men, I don't know the lore, so forgive me if I'm just so wrong on this right now. Talk to me about Rob, okay? Like, where did you two leave off? Like, you're like, cameras are off. You're all finally going home. Like, where are you two at?
We're good. I do think people are supporting something that doesn't exist. As friends, we are great. He is a good person as a friend. Basically, we don't click. We frankly never did in that way. I was miserable every second. I always was living with like sheer anxiety and fight or flight mode. And as someone who kind of is very used to that in a relationship due to past relationships of just like trauma, it was very triggering every day. And the fact that the way it all played out was even more triggering. It was very painful. It put me in a headspace that I haven't been in a very long time. It made me do things that I haven't done in a very long time.
If you've ever been with a man before who like lacks reassurance, even if you go years without being with a man like that, you can immediately like fall back into those patterns.
It's literally like miserable. And
sorry, I'm getting a fucking call. I don't know why anyone would ever try to call me right now.
Right now, they're disrupting.
Like, bitch, I'm on my Zoom.
You're on your Zoom. Anyways, but yeah, like, I get it. I get it. Like, we were so like in sync at the beginning and like we were very like into each other, but some moments felt very theatrical. Some moments felt very, I don't know. It just felt like
fraudulent.
It was so scary. And I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. And then, you know, everything happened the way it did after he was saying like, you're never going to be left in the dark. And then he stood up there and I just went, oh my God. Like,
we really will let a man in overalls tell us that we'll never be left in the dark and then still get left in the fucking dark as bad bitches. And like, that's what's crazy. I didn't know well, you also are from California, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he like was in LA before this. Like,
was he? I have no idea.
I think some girl I know was saying he was like in some awful situationship with this LA girl I know. And I was like, that would just check out so hard. Then I see him like in the car with Nessa Barrett. I'm like, leave Nessa alone.
I saw that too. But again, like, I do think he deserves to be happy, just not for me.
Yeah. 100%.
What I'm telling you, I was fucking miserable. I was crying every day. I had terrible anxiety every day. I'm literally like, was like, a mess up until the second I'm coupled up with Miguel. Honestly, the second Miguel came in, like, I feel like it literally was just like, just starting as our friendship and then having him there as a friend and like just having someone who was like so funny and just didn't care what other people thought of me. Because in the villa, it was a bit like, it kind of felt like everyone was scolding me a little for the Rob situation, minus my girls, of course, like they were there for me. But aside from everyone else, it kind of made me feel like I was the one who did something very wrong and only me. I'm the only one who did something wrong. It didn't feel like, I felt like I was the only one being held accountable. And yes, Rob and I both did things wrong, but I just was like, well, why am I the only one kind of being scolded for it? And it felt like that from everyone. It felt like like my feelings were being very downplayed by the producers as well. And I know that the producers keep telling me not to talk about them, but like it was like just like such betrayal in every realm. Like they're like, we care about you. And I was like, but I'm dying and you don't care.
Yeah.
That's
You're
gonna hate me saying that, but like I don't care. That's how I fucking felt. So
no, you're real as fuck for that. I think Brooke and I talk about this like a lot as well, but like even if like TV producers are humans too, and I'm sure in their hardest of hearts, like they want to care about people, but their whole fucking job is to literally like fuck up your mental state.
Oh, like, there was a moment where Liv and I were crying so hard and they were like, hold on, cameras aren't rolling. Can you hold this? And me and Liv freaked out. We said,
I would lose it.
It's
like, it's not my fucking fault you can't turn the camera on.
I get it. This shit's entertaining to you guys. I get it. It's a TV show to you guys, but this is our real lives. This isn't funny.
Yeah.
We're not having fun right now. Frankly, I'm miserable and I want to go home and I feel like I'm stuck here. I can't talk to anyone about it because everyone's already mad at me about Rob. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my God, like, could this get any worse? And then it kept getting worse until Mongeau. Then everything got better.
I love the fairy tale happy ending. I feel for you so hard though, like phoneless, fucking heartbroken. The only people you can talk to are people who just want to film you at your worst. Like,
bro. And they kept telling me like, if you want to talk, we can. And I'm like, no, because you're going to make me say it on camera. And it's going to like literally like make me look like I'm like a suicidal, like fucking freak, which shit was getting weird in there. Like I was very upset. And
it's like, you're not a licensed therapist and you can't even turn on the camera. No, they're not licensed therapists.
It felt like it felt more like they wanted to gossip versus like check in on.
Yeah, like you're like fucking animals in a zoo. And that's so like, again, so much therapy, so much peace and relaxation. I was so fucking mad the other day on TikTok. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate like for you, I love seeing all the support and winning, but obviously some people take it too far. And I was like, I saw some shit about like your address or your house or something. And I was like, you're really like, this girl just went through fucking hell on national television and people really want to try you like that. And that's like the dark sides of fame.
It's
like
very
that's so
invasive, especially because I don't even live in this house. I have an apartment. It's being renovated right now. My family lives here. My fucking poor family lives here. My parents who have no idea about social media, who have no idea about fame or attention. My animals are here. The people I care about the most are in this home, and people are
and it's like your only safe space.
My only safe space, and even that is getting violated. But
I am just like really grateful that you are in such a good spot with Mongeau, where you at least feel like you have one person from this experience and who's going through something kind of similar to what you are right now online, who like gets you and sees you. Like,
oh my gosh, she's literally giving me like Dr. Phil type advice. Like I think like I could.
God.
Yeah, no, my sister is like obsessed with everything, the advice he's been giving. Like she's like, he's fucking wise. And I'm like, I'm telling you guys, this man.
I love when a straight man does something. Okay. When any straight man does something, like that's my favorite. And thank God. I saw that. So what's his take on, because obviously you're like so mature about all this Rob shit, like, and not even being petty at all. You're like, we're friends. Everyone's like, does Mongeau follow Rob? How does he, like, do you know how he feels about like shit that went down to you in the house?
I know seeing it is not his favorite thing. Like he definitely feels for me of seeing everything from the beginning. Like clearly there were a lot of things he didn't see that went down between Rob and I, of like how fucking like, I just went through a lot. Like it's hard, even myself, seeing myself like that, I have to skip through it. It's very triggering. It is very triggering. Like I saw a video of myself like sobbing and I just started crying my eyes out. I don't want to rewatch it at all. I know I embarrassed myself. I know I was being a pick me, whatever for Rob. Like,
but the pick me allegations are also crazy. Like just again to everything if you put anyone in that situation, like you can't blame yourself and be like, oh, I embarrassed myself. No, like if you put me with 80 fucking wide shots on me like that, like I'd be like farting and disgusting and like losing it. Like, it's like you're set up to fail, and to end up prevailing is like so strong and intelligent.
It's ridiculous. It's like, I'm so lucky. Like I'm so thankful for everyone like that they saw it the way they did. And I do remember there was a moment in the villa, I told Rob, I said, when you come out of here and you see the way I actually was towards you, you're going to be sick. And Where are we now?
Oh.
And I'm even more sick. I was saying the other day, I said the more I see the way he was talking about me, I start to get even more upset. And the more he probably sees the way I'm talking about him, he probably starts to like
feel like fucking shit about it.
Really, yeah, exactly. Like she was actually
100%.
genuine. So
it's crazy too, because wasn't he, and I could just be making this up, forgive me, but wasn't he on like a Love Island season before? Like he's done reality shows.
He was last season, and I didn't watch it, so I didn't know who he was when he came in. But the girls were saying like, "Oh my gosh, isn't that Rob from last season?" And I was like, when we first like got together, I would like make jokes about it, and I would call him like the veteran of Love Island. Be like, okay, like tell me how to do this. Oh, what should we do now? And he knew. I don't know. He's a really good guy. I just don't think like he's a good guy for me as like relationship romantically. I honestly, out of like respect for Miguel, kind of don't even want a friendship at the moment.
I get that. You're like,
I have
listen,
a lot
no
of
hard
love for
feelings.
him, but just like from afar, I think.
Yeah. And I think that's like the absolute best situation. Like you are in the best case scenario, which is crazy. You'll never, I am gathering, at least I'd be scarred. Like, would you ever do a dating show again?
Never. They called me the next day and said, would you go on Love Island? I said, no, I didn't even let them finish the sentence. They didn't even finish I said, no.
At all.
And I don't need to go on a dating show. I found my
at all.
I'm good.
The next thing filmed is the fucking wedding, bitch. Okay? Or the birth, bitch. Stop. Do you want kids?
I do. We both want like 4 kids.
Oh my God, stop. And you're going to have such a cute, like, I can just see, where does he live?
He's like a nomad for sure, but he's like definitely like, right now he's in the UK, but he's coming here soon. We have a lot of fun like trips planned together. We have so much shit we want to do. Like, and I'm going to see him I'll see him soon. I'll see him very soon.
I'm folding like a lawn chair for this. Like the simp in me is just like, this is best case scenario. And I'm so happy for you.
He's the best.
Like you just, now that this trauma is over, like I feel like you're such a smart girl and you're going to fucking figure it all out. And you're so blessed with this like huge new platform that you deserve like a motherfucker. Like go off, bitch.
Thank you. Seriously.
Like, and that's the thing is it's like, you can't accredit any of it to anything but you. Like you fucking did that.
No way. It's everyone out there. Like
they see, like they recognize that you are that bitch.
It means everything. It literally means everything.
Serious.
Like you should have told me we were day drinking, bitch. I would have brought my bottle of tequila.
Fuck, I swear this actual canceled episode is going to be so heinous. I wish you were here in Hawaii with me right now. I'm like, no cameras.
You a drunk interview, or is that so messy?
I will get drunk with you. I will get high with you. Whatever. We can take mushrooms and get fucking philosophical. I don't give a whatever that
Can we?
Is. Even today, I was like, yes, I have questions and shit, but like, you've already done the like big ringer interview. And I feel like it's like, that's not what the people want from you. Like they want to see you talk about like random shit. Yeah. And like, that's what I'm excited to have you on for, is just to come like kiki and talk about random fucking shit.
I'm so fucking excited because I know you guys, like we are all like, I know our personalities just vibe so fucking well. I'm so excited, man.
You know what I just remembered that I need to know from you? Because I was thinking about our personalities literally vibing. And I was thinking like, I just feel like your thoughts in your head during Love Island, like I would pay $1 billion to be a fly on the wall in your thoughts. And I wanted to know, like, do you have any memorable icks that you got from any of the guys in the show?
Memorable icks? Everything?
Even if it's like some stupid shit.
I'm like, what wasn't an ick? No,
like my biggest ick I always say is watching a guy chase a ping pong ball. Like, I mean, like literally,
I watched a lot of them chase ping pong balls. It wasn't bad. Swear. It wasn't. I see a lot of people say that actually. I do. They picked it up gracefully. That one I won't say. I don't love, I have all the guys in the villa know this. And Rob actually pulled like a joke on me one time, like when we were going to the dock, like the guys had him do it as a joke. I hate's a strong word. I dislike when men wear like a full, like a nighttime outfit with sandals, like thong sandals.
Toes out. As a man, why are your toes out?
Yeah, it's a bit freaky. So then like when he pulled me to the dock, and I looked down and I was like, uh-oh. And he knows this. And I looked up and he was like, he's just sort of dying laughing. And he was,
You're like, your fourth toe has a hangnail.
no, he
and
literally was like, Aaron and Connor told me to do it as a joke. And I was like, thank God, because I was actually about to say, like, we can't be together anymore.
At all. See, that's the type of shit I needed to hear. That's what I give a fuck about.
Yeah. I literally like that. Like when men wear like I fucking love you, Aaron, but Aaron every night would wear like a full outfit and then just like thong sandals. And it's like, okay, pop off queen. But again, though, he's European. He gets, I guess it like, it goes off. I like,
my thing is, I'm like really big on like if a guy has really good style, I'm gravitating, especially like you're a bitch with style. So you see it. Like, I feel like when Miguel walked in, you were probably like, oh my God, finally, like someone with some like swag.
I thought he was so fucking hot. Like from the second, like, he walked in, like that, the dimples, just.
They knew what they were doing. They were like,
they did their big one bringing him in, like point blank, period. Like, thanks, guys. The one thing you did right. Yay.
Right. You're like, you can live for now, Love Island.
You can live for now, Love Island. Honestly,
look, I'm not kidding. I had all of my like roommates and friends give me a list, like what they wanted to know. And I'm like, I feel like we just need to wait for the fucking Cancelled podcast.
I know, we can just,
and like,
we'll just,
I'm not kidding. Like half of this was just me checking in on you. I wanted the people to know that like, I saw their comments and like,
I'm alive. I am semi-okay. I will be okay. Don't worry about me. You guys are the reason I am okay. I love you so very much. Don't worry about me. I'm a big girl. I'm a tough kid. I can handle it. I'm good. I love you.
See, like I have chills, like just boss ass bitch energy. I'm so fucking excited for the start of this psychotic friendship.
Oh, we got like
you, me, and Brooke on that couch is actually going to be lethal, and I'm like counting down the minutes.
I'm fucking excited, man.
Like I'm so mad that I'm on a rock in the middle of the ocean while all of this is going
You're lucky. That's like I would fucking. Well, actually, yeah, maybe I don't want to be somewhere tropical for a minute.
At all. Next vacation is in the snow at a lodge, bitch. Like,
yeah, I'm okay actually. Like the view. Now that I'm looking at the water and the palm trees in the back, I'm getting a call. I should.
Like I'm gonna fucking go.
Hey, so it's so nice talking to you.
Yeah, I love you so much. And like, thank you for making this work. Yesterday,
oh my gosh,
you were like, we've been going back and forth on the day, and I thought you wanted to do yesterday. I was running out of the ocean like a wet rat.
Bro, I was dying. I literally was like, oh, why'd she get so excited about me saying tomorrow? And then I look and I was like, oh fuck, I said let's do today. I was like, no.
I'm wet rat running out of the beach like, I gotta get on my Zoom.
Get on our Zoom. No, I love it. I'm so thankful that I got to talk to you. I'm excited for this. This is about to evolve into something. No,
I'm just so fucking obsessed with you. And I love that you are my whole For You page. I never want that to change. And I'm so excited for it to now be us on my whole For You page in a couple days. But this is the start of something beautiful, and like actually fucking thank you for taking the time.
Oh my God, thank you for wanting me on here. Thank you so much.
Bitch, I swear to God, I think not only did Brooke and I want you on Cancelled so bad, and again, we have to sit with Brooke, but like if I didn't get you on this Zoom, the comments, like I don't even know what they would have done to me. I was like, I got to give the people a taste of what they're going to get when I'm home.
Fuck yes. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I love you so much. I love you and Miguel so much. And
thank you.
I'm just so happy for you that you're out of the fucking villa with a phone, bitch, and some therapy.
Yes. Here she is in all her glory.
Right. And some more fucking Cavalli dresses and no overalls.
It's Miguel.
Stop. I love you. I love you so much.
I love you more, and I'm so fucking excited to sit down and talk to you. It's gonna be.
I'm honestly calling you after this so we can talk more shit off camera.
Please.
I love you.
Love you.
I actually don't know how to leave the Zoom.
I do. Peace, bitch.
Today's episode of the Cancelled Podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it's easy to envy other people's lives. It may look like they have it all together on their Instagram, but in reality, they probably don't. Therapy can help you focus on what you want instead of what others have, so you can start living your best life. It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those who have experienced major trauma. I know I love BetterHelp. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Stop comparing and start focusing with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Tana today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Tana. Thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring today's episode of the Cancelled Podcast.
1, 2, 3. Hello and welcome back to the Cancelled Podcast.
Oh, you ate that up.
Did I?
All right, you guys. Clearly, we don't have our normal situation today. Tana is not beside me. She is in Hawaii, living her best life and getting her ducks in a row. Okay?
I'm jealous.
So she, I believe, filmed her half already, and she got Leah Kate from Love Island, which makes me so fucking jealous. I wanted to do it together so bad. I was DMing her yesterday, like begging her to be my friend. But I have here in front of me one of our most requested guests of all time, which is Miss Brooke Baldwin, also known as BB. You know, a lot of people think that BB and Brooke Baldwin are two different people.
No, I didn't know that. But
they
why?
do. I don't know, because we I use you like interchangeably, and people like didn't understand that it was the same thing.
That makes sense.
This is my best friend on the entire planet, my longest friend in LA, and the only person I would save if the world was on fire. Obviously, I would save Tana as well, but she would be second. Just kidding.
I would save you too. Don't
BB,
worry.
welcome to the pod.
Thank you. I'm honestly been so nervous and
she's
scared,
really nervous, but we just went to dinner before this, and I was like, BB, this is literally exactly what we're doing right now. You have a conversation, except there's a microphone in front of you. You're not on a stage.
That's true. It's okay. I feel better now that I'm here.
First of all, I tweeted a bunch of things. Well, first of all, I tweeted like, what do you guys want to hear from BB? And they had lots of questions for you. But first and most importantly, they want to know where you came from. Okay?
Where I came from?
Yeah. How do we know each other?
That's my favorite thing is like, I see comments all the time saying like, she just came out of nowhere. Like, where did she even come from? I'm like, guys, I literally have known Brooke for like 6 years. We've been best friends for 6 years.
Yeah. And like really openly too. BB showed up in my living room one day. So we lived like, at the time we lived at an apartment complex called the Ava in Toluca Lake. We have obviously the same name. We lived on the same floor in the same building.
There's 26 buildings in this apartment complex. It's huge.
Yeah,
massive.
It has A through Z, and we both lived in building U. We lived on the same floor, same name, same time. And we didn't know each other until one day randomly, I don't know why, and I don't know who brought you there. You were in my living room. And
Brooke sobbed.
I did. She started singing for some reason. She was like one of those who just like sang out of nowhere.
Well, okay, singing out of nowhere is like actually crazy, but we both shared the love for Billie Eilish.
Yes.
And it was, what was that, 2018 or 2019?
It had to be 2018. I moved in 2018.
2018, and I sang, what song was that?
A Billie Eilish song, and I literally sobbed my eyes out. I do that every time someone sings to me, honestly, even if they're bad, but you're lucky you're good.
Was I bad?
No, you were fabulous. But we've been best friends ever since. I knew her before any of this happened, obviously.
Everything.
You've been my little ride or die, with the exception of one really...
Oh, God.
Yeah, I have to bring it up because honestly, It's important for the listeners to know about.
Honestly, it's a big part of my lore.
Well, listen, so especially since like obviously they're up to date on my whole Clinton situation. We talk a lot about emotionally abusive relationships, which I'm not sure if you would identify your ex as an emotionally abusive person, but this is what I will say. Oh, BB was banned from seeing me and hanging out with me for a really long time. Why don't you tell us about that?
Okay, so I dated a guy for a couple of years, and he hated Brooke. Hated her. They hated each other. It was on and off, really toxic. Whatever. I moved across the country. I'm from California. I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina for this man. Okay, I moved there. I was there for 8 months. It was really scary. 8 months.
They got a dog together. More importantly, she moved without a single word, blocked my number, and didn't talk to me the entire time she was gone. Because her boyfriend didn't like me. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, but to be fair, You weren't mean, but I didn't like your opinion on it. I just didn't. And
that I didn't fucking like your loser fucking boyfriend.
That's totally valid. I see it now. I see it now. You were super valid, but also at the same time I was like, I love this man.
I guess when you love someone, like I feel like you wouldn't do it to me, more importantly. I actually talked about this on another podcast, how I like regret how I handled it, because like
you're gonna pretend like you told me you wanted to get back together with Clinton Kane, and I wasn't mean to you about it.
You're right, you weren't.
And you know what's so funny about it is when she was going through the whole Clinton thing, so I was there for the entire situation, I told her, I said, how does it feel? I'm like, you're so lucky that I'm being nice and letting you letting it run its course, because honestly you're not gonna leave, or you're not gonna stop talking to someone just because someone else does. Like, you're gonna leave when you're ready, realistically.
And that's how you like end up like hiding shit from your friends and stuff, is if your friends are really hard on you about it. I don't know, I experienced that too, because like there was a certain point where I wasn't even telling anyone that I was talking to Clinton, because I was ashamed of it, and I knew my friends would like literally slice me open if they knew. But not you.
Yeah, no, you told me everything. You for sure told me everything, and I feel like I was still supportive. I didn't want you to do it, but like at the end of the day, you're still gonna do it no matter what.
I like that. You won't judge me. Same thing with this last situationship I just had. I'd be like, yeah, I'm with him again. She'd be like, oh shit.
Honestly, I liked him until I didn't like him.
Same.
So
felt good about you until I didn't.
Shout out Gracie Abrams. We love you.
We do love Gracie. We talk a lot on the Cancelled podcast about how BB has like odd jobs. That's been a thing since I've met her. Obviously, she's like, you'll do anything for $1, which is like very admirable, but like, what the fuck?
We're hustling out here. I have to. Like,
can you talk about some of the jobs that you've had?
So I can. During COVID, I learned how to make rugs.
She had a rug making business.
Yes. It was called Lovesick Gallery. And I was all about it.
She was lovesick, all right.
Yeah, I was sick. I was down. I was mentally unstable at that point. But yeah, I learned how to make rugs. That was fun. I've done tooth gems. I learned how to tattoo.
But it's so funny because like out of nowhere I'll get followed by an account that's like Tooth Gems by BB, and I'm like, well, there you go, new business unlocked.
The way that's actually my Tooth Gem account.
when we were first, like obviously we were like both really broke when we lived here, or like first lived here. BB was living in the living room with Lila. That's also another misconception because Lila always says like I was living in the living room with Brooke, but that's Brooke.
Me.
I lived a few doors down in a bedroom, but we were really broke, and I would drive around with BB all day long while she drove for Uber Eats, and we would pick up and drop off all her orders. We
would go to Glendale in my little Volkswagen Bug.
We were hustling, and half the time it didn't work. It would just be like smoking out the front, and we were like, wait, what is going on?
One time I was with Lila, and we were Uber Eating, and we were like almost back to our house, and my car started smoking, and I had like Burger King in my car. And I fully had to pull over and call AAA, and I had to cancel the Uber.
Oh, they were probably so distraught.
I messaged him. I go, I'm so sorry, my car broke down. They probably thought I was lying so I could eat it.
100%. But I feel like if you were going to steal someone's Uber Eats, you wouldn't choose Burger King.
I think I might.
BB also worked. I do like Burger King a lot, honestly. Like, let's not slander Burger King.
Chicken fries.
She also worked as a paralegal. She called herself a faralegal. That was like something like your mom got you into, right?
Yeah, my mom was a paralegal, and then she was a office manager at a law firm. So that's kind of how I got that job. And honestly, it was fun. I liked it. It was extra money. And I was driving down to Orange County a few times a week to do that.
It's so funny to me. And honestly, it's admirable because I don't like transitioning. Like, I don't like change. So I don't like to have a new job ever. I want you to have a new job. I want you to be a full-time friend of mine. I want to talk about some things that are going on online right now.
Okay.
First up, Ice Spice and her poop fetish.
Poop fetish?
You don't know about it?
No.
First of all, Ice Spice is on my shit list right now. I'll tell you why. Obviously, we have the whole situation going on with Central C and Mads. If you guys are not up to date, Mads was in a relationship for the past 3 years with Central C. He started posting with Ice Spice. They had a song coming out. On his verse, he was like talking about how he's a serial cheater and he loves cheating on his girlfriend and he loves cheating on her with Ice Spice. Okay?
It's insane.
And so then he pops out with Ice Spice at Chrome Hearts, and like it's a whole thing. Whatever. Mads makes her videos about it. She makes like 4 videos or something. All of them have like 50 million views. And for the most part, people are very supportive of her the same way they were of me. Like, very on her side, because, like, no one likes to get cheated on. No one likes to get lied to.
Yeah, it's horrible. Okay?
And I didn't like the situation because I was not loving the way that everyone was coming for Ice Spice. Because I'm like, we don't blame the girl. We blame fucking stench. Okay?
Yeah, until she started posting things that were... she's definitely not a girl's girl.
That's exactly right. So I'm over here like, no, it's not Ice Spice's fault. Like, I loved Ice Spice. I was such a fan of hers. Yeah. Ironically, Madeline and I went to her with you.
Oh yeah,
went to see her. Like, that was our number one priority at Coachella, was to go see Ice Spice. Madeline even said it in her blog. She was like, the only person we cared about this day is Ice Spice. Like, we were so, like, we loved her.
We left Billie Eilish's set at the Do Lab to see Ice Spice.
And I got my phone stolen, and I did not care because I was not missing Ice Spice for shit. Okay. Tell me why Ice Spice posts a video the other day doing 3 bad push-ups, by the way, not even proper push-ups. Caption: mood when I steal her mans.
Oh no.
Ice.
That's embarrassing.
It's fucking humiliating. Well, she could have just sat back and everyone would have been still liked her. But now I'm like, you're weird as fuck. And so now I feel no guilt talking about her poop fetish.
So what's the poop fetish?
She can't stop talking about it. She mentions poo in every single one of her songs.
It's giving John Mayer.
It's giving John Mayer. I told that story one time on Cancelled. I didn't say his name, but now you know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, John Mayer has a poop fetish about, he likes, this is what I've heard. I don't really know anyone personally, but apparently he likes when girls shit on him.
Yeah, or shit on tables and he'll sit below it.
Ew.
That's what I heard.
I mean, hey, you like what you like, I guess.
I think, do you think, people in those, scenarios, they just have sex with so many people that they just, run out of, things that turn them on?
Yeah, that's like Leonardo DiCaprio has to have sex with headphones on. Did you know that?
I get that, though. Maybe he's, listening to it. Maybe he's listening to the Cancelled Podcast. Number 3 in the nation.
I wouldn't blame him.
We just came across a TikTok where I think I touched on this a little bit in the last episode. I was like, because people were accusing Clinton of fabricating the texts in his receipts, and he fabricated some stuff, but not the texts. Okay, I was unfortunately saying those things. One of the texts was like, "Good morning, princess," which I thought was funny. That's degrading. Good morning, princess. I can confirm it was real, but I will not allow you to slander me about it because you unironically called your ex-boyfriend Pooh.
Short for Pookie. Okay, I was ahead of the curve. Okay, we called each other Pookie. Pooh for short. It was a whole thing for years. It'd be one thing if you were just in the privacy of your own home talking to him, but it was she'd be like, well, I can't, Pooh's coming over. I would say it's so dead ass. Embarrassing. Okay, to be fair, we started dating when I was 19. Okay, give me a break.
If somebody called me Pooh, I would literally kill myself on the spot. And I know we don't make suicide jokes.
He liked it,
but
he ate that shit up. That poo up. He ate that poo.
No. Jail.
Sorry.
I hate him so much. Keep posing in front of cars, seriously.
Thank you to my ex-boyfriend for my dog. That's the only thing I have to say.
Speaking of motherhood, I got another cat.
She got another cat. What's his name?
I got another cat. I named him Mouse, but I need to explain to everybody how it happened. And Bibi can back me up on this because I did get my cat from a breeder, okay, which is something I've been openly against. Obviously I adopted Murph, and that's what you should do. There are literally tens of thousands of cats, if not more, that need to be adopted and are not being adopted because of stupid fucking backyard breeders, okay? And I know that, and I've been I've been so open about that, all right? That being said, I did accidentally buy a cat from a breeder, and let me tell you how it happened.
We were spiraling that day.
I was spiraling. It was after we sat down and filmed last time. Bibi was here, but we filmed, it was me, Tana, and Paige. Earlier that day, I'd had a meeting at my new agency, and it was an amazing meeting. It was all really good news, but it really overwhelmed me, and I was in already a phase of being very overwhelmed. And I was talking to Bibi about it, I cannot believe this life is real, and it really I just get so emotional over it, and I cannot handle it, and I can't ever handle my emotions generally.
And every time you cry, I have to cry. That's the night we were crying at Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, and so me and Bibi, she's just as emotionally unstable as I am, sometimes more. So she was my girl, and we went to the Grove. That's our happy place. That's where you see babies and you see dogs, and you go if you're sad.
The Sephora, Brandy Melville.
We went to the Grove. We're walking around, and we pass. Well, I didn't even see him.
Yeah, so I saw a cat on a table and it was just sitting there like so perfectly, and I go, oh my God, Brooke, because first of all, I'm not a huge cat girl until I met Murphy, but I obviously know Brooke is, so I was like, oh my God, Brooke, look.
And it was a tiny little baby Bengal kitten.
So tiny.
And I said on Just Trish, I was like, I wish I could get a Bengal, but like people online would kill me. And so that was a bad setup for me, like stepping out all of a sudden with the Bengal, because it looks like it was premeditated, but I swear to God, you guys, it wasn't. I know now that this is like a scheme that they have going on. Like these guys sit with one Bengal at a time at the Grove until someone buys it. Mm-hmm. And then they bring another one and another one. I didn't know that at the time. I was like, oh my God, this is their last Bengal.
Yeah.
I have to have it.
I didn't even know this.
Yeah.
That's a thing they say it's the last one.
I know because Ari was at the Grove the next day.
And he had another one?
And he had a different one.
You're kidding.
Swear to God.
That's so crazy.
But didn't you say
too, like, you're like, I would never get a Bengal unless it was literally just placed in front of me, and it was.
Yeah, well, I said if it fell into my lap. This one didn't fall into my lap. I paid a lot of money for it. But
it was still at the Grove at the same time as us on the same day.
I was going through such an emotion, like it was just so emotionally overwhelming, like what I was already going through, and like I saw the cat, and for some reason like the universe convinced me like this is a sign. And I know it's wrong, but also where was that cat gonna end up? Like someone had to get that cat.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to go to the Grove every day.
No. And I think we were talking about this, and it was so calm. We think that the breeder was sedating him to go to the Grove.
I hope not.
I hope not either, but he was so calm, and then we took him home and he's not
calm. He's a Bengal, and he's exactly like having a puppy. He literally, I saw him eat an entire In-N-Out burger the other day.
He ate all the Kylie Cosmetic crumble cookies.
Okay, well, first of all, he didn't eat that. He's trying. I'm not a bad mom.
No, he's so cute.
And now he's my little baby. And his name is Matt. We have Murphy and Mouse. And they love each other. They're getting along so well. Like they're finally allowed to be alone together.
I love them so much. I love Murphy.
Kamala Harris used my sound on TikTok. And not only it's not just a regular sound. Like Kamala Harris used me shading Clinton Kane, like literally saying that he needs money for therapy, in an attempt to shade Donald Trump, like on her actual like Kamala headquarters account.
I think Donald Trump and Clinton Kane should be friends.
I don't think Donald would even like Clinton.
I don't think anyone would like him.
But honestly, I think that's like the final boss. You know, when you like don't even know what your real revenge plan is until it happens. Like that was mine. Like that poor man had to see like literally Vice President Kamala Harris, like future president perhaps.
He had to have seen it, right?
Someone said, you know what's so funny, his like in his series he was like I've had these friends for 6 years. Yeah, friends? They messaged me and they were like, this is fucking hilarious. Obviously Kamala herself is not sitting on TikTok and like making edits of herself, so yeah. I can't identify that, but it doesn't matter. It's all the same to me.
But she has to be seeing it too. That's hilarious.
That's an odd job that you should pick up, is like being one of those like people who's behind those social media accounts, because like they're
like Chili's. I'm like, Chili's, hire me.
Seriously, no, honest to God, like the Empire State Building, for example, has shaded Clinton like 6 different times.
It's so funny.
The actual like real social media accounts of the Empire State Building have posted in favor of me like 5 different times, and then they messaged me and said, do you want to come tell your story at the top?
Social media is so unserious now. It's just like, it's so good.
It is. And like, how do you explain this to, like, imagine us even right now, like imagine us explaining this
to our children.
No, to ourselves in 2018.
That too.
To like, imagine me explaining this to you living in the living room
with my red curtain. It was a bed sheet.
She had a bed sheet that separated her room from Lila's room.
The craziest part is that's when I had a boyfriend and he would come stay, and it would just be me, him, and Lila.
Aw, bless their hearts.
Honestly, I loved that era. It was really fun.
Have you seen the Ballerina Farms, everything that's going on at Ballerina Farms?
I saw something. I have no idea what it is. Like, I'm confused.
I don't want to, it's a lot to explain, but a lot of people were asking us to talk about it on Cancelled. Basically, like, it was this article that was written about this girl. I forget her name, but she is a ballerina, okay? And she had been admitted to Juilliard on a full ride scholarship, which Juilliard is like extremely hard to get into. You get in like, it's like a 5%, 5 to 8% admission rate.
That used to be my dream.
Yeah, me too. And I like, for a while, like Brooke.
Yeah.
But
I was like, I can't relate to that. I like literally have always loved
I was a ballerina though.
That's so cool.
But I wanted to go so bad. It doesn't matter. She gets admitted. And then she meets this guy, and basically he like really persists. She wasn't interested at first, and then he like coerced her. His dad owns an airline. Like he comes from a billionaire family, owns an airline, and he like literally strategically planned to be seated next to her on a flight, so that they would like get to know each other, and that was their like first date. And like slowly but surely, like they got to know each other. It doesn't matter. He coerced her is the way that it is portrayed in the article to marry him. Okay. Doesn't go to Juilliard. Instead moves to a rural farm.
Me coded.
You going to North Carolina?
I would do that.
I think we would do this. This is like why this is like interesting. So she drops all her dreams that she's been working toward her whole entire life, and now she's living randomly on a farm, doing like a full trad wife. Like makes everything from scratch. She's drinking like milk straight out of the udder.
Yeah,
she has
Nora Smith
8 kids. No, Nora Smith is not a real trad wife. She just wears a dress.
She's iconic. I love her.
I love her so much too, but she's not she's not on the farm.
Yeah. But I mean, like making.
I don't even know what trad wife means, by the way.
Oh.
But it's kind of shitty because like the way that the article is written, it's like the writer of the article had an agenda. So it's like they're no matter what, they were going to portray this to be like kind of like an abusive situation, because it makes it like the reader feel like she's trapped. The ballerina's trapped and she has no other choice, and her life has been ruined by this man who has millions of dollars or billions of dollars, and instead makes her take care of these 8 kids on a farm by herself.
I'll trade places with her.
Because he's a billionaire. He doesn't spend any money on her. Guess what he got her for her birthday?
What?
Guess. The people at home are like, she's never gonna guess. He got her all she wanted to do was go to Greece.
Oh.
The only thing that she wanted to do was go to Greece. She's been talking about it non-fucking stop. His fucking family owns an airline, Brooke Baldwin. Guess what he got her?
I'm scared.
An egg apron.
An egg apron?
An apron that holds eggs, so she can hold like 12 eggs at once.
I was thinking
apron.
like I was imagining like eggs
on the apron. So was I.
Yeah,
I had to do my
like
research.
some yellow eggs. Okay,
but it's kind of shitty. That's their family.
Oh.
This is like a good example of the way that I am a victim, like an extreme victim to like. I don't want to say propaganda. I believe everything that I read online. Okay. And it like, I can so easily be swayed either way. Cause like I read that article and I was like, oh my God, this woman is trapped. She is a victim. Her dreams were crushed and ruined. And now she's like literally tied down to this stupid fucking farm
with 8 kids.
But then I started watching other videos about it, and people were like, she chose to do that. No one's holding her captive. Like, I mean, she has 8 kids. That's a beautiful life. Like, it's not like this whole negative thing. And like, she didn't know that the writer was like going to make the article seem that way. Like, she kind of got.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about it.
Your life could be so much worse than having 8 kids on a farm.
My question to you is, do you think that would happen to you? Do you think that a guy could get you to give up your dreams for your whole life just to go to a farm? Because
I think if you would have asked me 3 years ago, I would say yes. But now, no.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
I think I still would.
Oh.
I think I still have like
farms.
No, not even just the farm of it all. It's like you could tell me like you're taking me to a spaceship, and I'd be like, yeah, I love spaceships.
I think it depends. I think if it was like a healthy thing, like yes, and like I wanted like peace and quiet, then maybe. But I don't think as of right now, as a 25-year-old living in Los Angeles.
No, but she loves the city. Every time she goes to the city, she'll be so excited. She would vlog and she'd be like, I'm in the city. I'm so happy. Yada yada.
That's
and then
really
the very
sad.
next clip would be like, oh, we rented a farmhouse outside the city because like.
Oh, that's
it's
really
sad. Like he doesn't like to be in the city, but she does.
It kind of reminds me of my mom. I mean, I feel like most people just kind of like settle, and that's what I'm scared of. Like personally, I just don't want to like be in a marriage that I'm not exactly like excited about. Like that's really sad.
I just saw a clip of like Julia Fox and Drew Barrymore. She's talking about like Drew was like, what if you end up like me, like my age, and you're still single? And Julia's like, yeah, and you're happy.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, right. I am.
You're so right.
Like most people are like, no, I don't want to say most, but a lot of people who are married aren't happy.
Yeah, that's facts.
And so it's like we aspire to that, but I know way more unhappy married people than I know happy married people. And same thing with relationships. I know way more people who are unhappy in their relationships than I do people who are happy in their relationships. Yeah. But why is that the number one thing I strive for? That's why I said one time that I have the best kind of relationship that you can have, which is a strong, perfect, flawless, amazing female friendship.
Quite unfortunate.
And she would never leave me for a man again, now would she?
I would never. Hands down would never do that again. I didn't leave you for a man. I was like, I was down bad, okay? I like
for a man who poses in front of cars.
Okay.
That's my like one like biggest ick is like a man who poses in front of cars and it's not even your car.
Hey, he's happy now. It's fine, whatever.
Yeah, he's happy now.
I'm better off. He's better off.
Do you watch Sex and the City?
I have watched a few episodes and I'm going to tell you that I did not pay attention.
Okay, well you need to start it. And I know
Mr.
I said
Big?
this to you about
I do know that.
I'm Carrie and like not in like a stylish like way or like good writer way. I'm Carrie in the like I can't shut the fuck up about my own self kind of way. Can't stop talking about myself. Can't stop talking about my problems and my men. That's and I noticed it about myself.
I'm definitely Carrie, I think.
You would love the show though, but I bring it up because they are all like a lot older than us. Like even at the start of the show, they're a lot older than us, like and 40s, all of them are single. And that's like a thing in New York. I feel like in New York, it's like kind of similar to LA, where everyone settles down a lot later. But it's hard, like because you see the people from your hometown and shit, and you're like, why do you have 4 kids already?
But also, like I see people from my hometown that are married and divorced already at 25. I'm like, I'm good. I'll pass.
Yeah, it couldn't be me.
But also, they seem happy though too, because they have like a little child running around and they're happy, whatever. But personally, could not be me.
I guess I had like, you know this about me already. I have like literally like 7 people that I can name on my hands that I've like been obsessed with in life. Like, because I always have to have somebody that I'm like painfully obsessed with.
Debilitating.
Like to where I cannot function. Like there's always somebody. There's somebody right now. There was somebody last, you know what I mean? Like there's always somebody. And one of my 7th grade, like love of my life, like it made me so sick I would like throw up about it. Asked me if he could come to our Arizona show.
Oh my god, is he coming?
He's coming.
You're coming backstage.
You can come.
You can come to the meet and greet.
I can't help it.
No, I'm the same way.
Yeah, you're like psycho like
no,
me.
I'm the same way. I had like this crush in high school that was like actually like it took over my life and we were family friends and I was just so in love with him. And I remember being so excited about like 5th period because I had photography class and he was in band class at the time and I had the power because the band teacher loved me, so I would go in there and be like, hey, can I borrow da-da-da, and he'd be like, yeah. And so then me and my little crush would go run around and he used to drive me home from school and I was just like so happy about it. And he didn't want anything to do with me, okay? Well, I think he had a crush on me, but you know, in high school, like he just wasn't gonna date me. He was dating like 5 of my friends at the same time.
Mood.
And now he hits me up all the time and is in love with me and literally doesn't leave me alone. So it's very
That's
like
so satisfying.
validating and
but
satisfying.
I was just like that too, where I'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna see fucking Christian Broadus on the way to 7th period. That's such a bad example. Like, but like I love having a crush. Like it's my fucking favorite thing on the planet. We were talking about this at dinner, but like like nothing makes me more excited than having a crush. Like literally, I don't care if I'm fucking 27 years old. I have a crush right now. You know my crush.
Yes.
And it's like it literally. That's what I think about like morning, noon, and night. And I don't know this man at all.
Oh my god.
And I'm just thinking like everything I do, everything I post, everything you guys have seen me post lately is with intent to get this man's attention. Just know that. And it has not worked.
It hasn't worked. She's over here posting on her Snapchat story.
Wait, that's a different one.
Oh. I didn't know which
no,
one
I do have.
about.
You know which one's the athlete because he's got me posting on fucking Snapchat.
Yeah. Well, my crush had me downloading Snapchat about a month ago.
Who is this?
Oh, you know.
Well, you don't have to like say.
You know, the one that like broke my heart.
Just yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he had me downloading Snapchat about a month ago, and I purposefully Snapchat him every day. I don't Snapchat a single other person. To keep
I don't even have like I don't use Snapchat. No shade to Snapchat, but like Snapchat was like my college thing. You know what I mean? Like I haven't used Snapchat since then. So it's so funny because I'm like, why am I logging into Snapchat?
Yeah, I deleted my Snapchat 4 years ago, and I'm like, I'm that down bad that I'm downloading Snapchat for my crush. Like,
but I'm like anything to talk to him. But that's my second crush. He's second on the lineup right now.
Oh,
but at any point he could be bumped up to first.
Okay. Wait, who's the first one? Oh. Yeah. I don't know why that went over my head.
Well, I have a story that I want to tell on Cancelled, but I don't think I can tell it on Cancelled, but I can tell it on Patreon. I can tell a story really quickly about
It's so good.
Something so horrible that happened to me. BB and I went to a role model concert the other night. Okay. And after the concert, we got like pretty drunk and we went to Mel's Diner. Trigger warning. Well, it's Mel's Diner. We stayed for an undisclosed amount of time. It's really unclear, and I'm careful not to state that these days. We go to Mel's Diner. We order everything on the menu. Doesn't matter. We're having the time of our lives, and I'm fucking blacked out. So I'm feeling spunky on Instagram. And scared. I see one of my old crushes, like a guy that I had a crush on probably 2 years ago, post a story. And I'm like feeling funky. So I'm like, you know what? Let me slide up on this story. And something subtle. I said, I am in love with you. Okay? Which could have been smoother than that. But I chose not to. I said, I am in love with you. Aaron, would you like to know what he responded to me?
You're going to die?
He said, Brooke, on a rest in peace story.
He was getting a tattoo for a loved one that just died.
It was a rest in peace story that I fucking responded to. I literally slid up thirsty as fuck on a rest in peace story. I'm not kidding. I've never been so mortified in my entire life. I was like, there's no fuck. I literally shriveled up. I'm never having sex again. I'm literally like no longer even like I have no crushes ever because how fucking disturbing and disrespectful.
It was hilarious, but to be fair though, like he was getting a tattoo.
It was not clear to be like, it was literally like, love you so much.
Yeah, he's getting a tattoo.
Angel.
Hilarious though.
It's not funny. Of course it's not funny, but like just the fact that happened to me, I was so mortified. I could not believe it.
He ate it up.
And that was only one of two horrible things that I did online this week. But the second story, I do think I have to save for Patreon because it's pretty like bad.
Say it last.
They want to know the pressing question is,
I'm scared.
Your favorite thing about me.
Oh, my favorite thing about you.
Oh, wait, that was cute how you were ready to answer.
Yeah, I have a lot of favorite things about you. I don't really see much wrong with you, if I'm being honest, but I have always loved how emotional you are, and like you cry at the same things I cry about, and like you're just so grateful and just like really genuine. And I like that you also
wait, stop, I'll cry right now.
Don't cry. No, I don't know, I feel like we just have similar like morals, and you're just very cute and happy and sweet.
You. That's my favorite thing about you too, I think, because sometimes I feel crazy and I know if I come to you with something, you're gonna just be like, yeah.
But also I like when I come to you and I'm like, am I being crazy? And you're like, yeah, you're being crazy. But I'm like, you would do the same thing.
Yeah, but that's how I know.
Yeah.
I can identify it because I've seen it in myself.
But you're very supportive and don't cry.
I won't.
You're very supportive and like, aw. Like, is this gonna be a fan edit of us touching toes? No, you're just really supportive, and you're very vocal on like how much you love people around you, which I really love.
That is so nice.
Yeah. I don't know, I just love you. I think you're the best.
I love you. That's so nice. She's my favorite.
I mean it.
Oh, that makes me really happy. Okay, well,
wait, what about me?
My favorite thing about you is you're the best friend ever, and you don't ask for anything in return. Like, I feel like you always like go above and beyond and like do things for me that like I would never even, first of all, even ask you to do, and second of all, like just nobody would just like do out of nowhere. Like, you know what I need before I need it, and you're like, I don't know, you're just the best. And like you said, so emotional, so like I can count on you like meeting me there.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's just mental illness.
I don't know, I think it's like, but I think it's just something different because it's a positive thing. Like, I love to be as emotional as I am. I
think we also have like some kind of like soul connection though, that like makes us like when you cry, I cry. Like, there's just like no way that you're crying. I do too.
I've genuinely never felt, I always say this, but like closer to a person, because I don't know, I've just never had a friend that I feel that close to. But yeah. I like, it was immediate. Like, you know, do you remember the first time we ever, like, I'm pretty sure literally the second time we ever met, we had a sleepover and just cuddled the whole night.
Was that at my house?
Yeah. In your living room.
Yeah. My living room.
And like, I had a room. Like, why were we sleeping in the living room? I don't know.
You had the master bedroom. What were we doing?
But we were just like already in love. And I just have loved you ever since.
Oh, I love you.
Let's see what else people want to know.
You can ask me that question again.
People want to know, what's the status on you and Bobby?
I love Bobby. He's cool.
Comment down below if you ship BB and Bobby.
Oh God.
I do.
I love Bobby. I love Bobby.
Bobby's a cutie, and I like his big baggy pants.
Yeah, he looks like Paul Walker.
He does look like Paul Walker. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
What is your craziest hookup story?
Oh God. My craziest hookup story. It's not really like a hookup story because I didn't really hook up with the person, but I was hit up by this musician, and I was out with this girl who was a really good friend of mine, and he wanted to Uber me to his house to hang out, and I had previously hung out with him like a year and a half before this. And so this girl that I was with at the time was hooking up with his childhood best friend.
Right.
Okay. And he was like, I'll call you an Uber. I was like, okay, cool.
And you like love this guy.
I don't love this guy.
Yeah, but you're like excited.
I was excited.
You're like,
yeah, I was excited about it, obviously. Like, it was cool, like whatever. But every other bitch was excited. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, so she was like, and I was deep in the valley at the time, and my friend was with me, and she was like, do you care if I come with you in the Uber? Like, I'm gonna Uber from his house so it's closer to my house. And I was like, yeah, of course, like no problem. And so we're getting closer, and she was like, I have to pee really bad. Like, do you think I can come inside and pee really quick and then I'll leave? And I was like sure, I guess. Like, kind of weird because I didn't tell him that she was with me. And so she comes inside, we're hanging out, she pees, she doesn't leave. I'm like, okay, like, it's fine, whatever, we're vibing because we're playing guitar and like singing and stuff. And then we all go into the room, me, her, and him. It's him, me in the middle, and her. Mm-hmm. I fall asleep for about 45 minutes to an hour, and I wake up, I'm in a panic because I'm like, oh my God, where am I? By the way, it was like probably 7 or 8 in the morning, I forget. I wake up, she's gone, he's gone, so I'm like, where am I? I get up, I run into him in the hallway, and he goes, oh, she left, like, let's go lay down. And I was like, okay, cool. So him and I go lay down, and he starts kissing me, and I'm like, okay, I'm confused, like, because originally I thought that's kind of what the vibe was, and then it like wasn't that vibe, and then it was. Anyway, and then he gets up randomly and was like, I don't feel good, I'm gonna go lay in the other room, whatever. And I was like, okay. And so I go check on him, he's sleeping, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I'm gonna Uber my ass home.
Like, see you later.
Like, okay. And I tried to wake him up, and I was like concerned, honestly. I was like, is he breathing? I'm like checking his pulse. And I'm texting her, and I'm like, I can't get an Uber to save my life. I'm like up in the hills somewhere. And she's like, oh, I'll come pick you up. Long story short, 2 weeks later, I find out, she comes over and she tells me, hey, I've been meaning to tell you this for a while. I felt so guilty.
No.
I fucked him. She fucked him while I was asleep in the bed.
And then he proceeded to invite you into bed.
Yes.
Hook up with you.
Made out with me. Thank God I didn't hook up with him. Like, I just made out with him. That's it. It didn't go any further than that.
That is
the biggest blessing.
Death.
But also
Penalty.
So disgusting. You just literally fucked a girl in the same house that I was in. First off, you invited me here. You didn't invite her here.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So, but the whole time, she obviously was trying to weasel her way in. And by the way, literally 2 weeks before this.
Talk your shit, BB.
Talk my shit. 2 weeks before this, we were at his fucking show at the Greek Theater while she's hooking up with his childhood best friend. His childhood best friend brought us to the Greek Theater to see him.
Oh, she hit the whole team.
And so, but I think that was her plan all along. Like, genuinely.
Yeah, like she was doing that to get to him.
Yeah, 1000%.
Ew, what a
like,
ew, I hate
so
that so
weird,
much.
so crazy. Honestly, it broke my heart though, because like I considered her to be one of my like closest friends, and I didn't think that her out of like anyone would do that to me.
That's so fucking terrifying though. Like, I can't imagine, like, if I knew you were into somebody, and like even if the guy was like making any like, or maybe he was like interested in me or whatever, I would just shut it down immediately. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And that's happened to me before. Remember, I was hanging out with you know this story, but I had a friend for a while. Like, she was like a close friend of mine, but like it would happen often where like I would bring her around guys that I liked or like I was talking about or whatever, and like they would take interest in her because she was like perfect and gorgeous and beautiful.
Yeah.
And she would like feed into it so hard, and I'd be like, wait,
it's like, why are you entertaining it that much? It's
what?
Like,
I remember one time I went to go meet up with a guy, and I brought her with me, and she was like, oh my God, you guys would be so cute, like this is everything, like I'll come with you, I'll ease it up, like I'll make it less pressure, whatever. Yeah. Comes with me, is sitting on his lap, like,
no, it has to be like an insecurity
she started
thing.
Fully dating him after that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like,
I mean, I give her the credit of like her coming to me and like telling me the truth and like.
No, but that's too late. She picked you up that night?
She picked me up. She fucked him and then left and went on a hike, then came back, picked me up, and then let me talk about it for literally 2 weeks.
That's what gives me like that hate. I hate that you're gonna let me talk about this guy and like, oh my god, that's also like it just goes with like anyone who knows something that you don't. It's so embarrassing. Like, it's like so if people know you're getting cheated on or something and you're like,
yeah, and you're like posting the person, like I'm just so grateful I didn't hook up with him. And I not only did I feel like it had
first of
nothing to
all,
do with
I can name 5 people that he's given chlamydia.
Me too.
So we're gonna go ahead and say
I dodged a bullet.
You did.
He's a nice person, like,
and we are gonna see him this weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna see him this weekend at 2 separate festivals.
Oh, me and BB are going to Canada this weekend.
Yeah, I'm so
I've
excited.
never left the country. We're going to Montreal. Wait, how do you say Montreal?
Montreal.
Montreal. I don't know. I said it in my video and everyone was like, wrong.
Montreal. I don't know.
Montreal.
But we're going to Chicago. We're going to Lollapalooza.
We're going to Lollapalooza for 1 day, and then we're going to Osheaga Festival in Montreal for 3 days.
So we're really excited. It's gonna be good. The lineups are like pretty like.
I'm so
similar.
excited. We're going to see Renee Rapp and Chaperone.
You don't like Chaperone like I like Chaperone.
I do. Knee deep in the passenger seat, and you're eating me out. Is it casual?
It's never casual.
That is my favorite song, and I showed it to this man who was ruining my life recently, and now I know he's probably showing it to some other bitch.
You know what's really funny? So my current situationship that's happening, that's like literally ruining my life. I called my ex situationship, the one prior to this,
the one who lives in a garage,
the one that lives in a shack.
Of course,
we love him though. Honestly,
she didn't tell me until a year in that this man lived in his garage. Not that it's like no shade living in your garage, but I feel like that's something you tell your friend.
He's saving so much money.
Yeah, I mean, no, and he shares it. He shares the garage. It's like there's no shame in that, but it's just something I would have liked to know from the beginning.
He's so funny though. Like, I just love him. Like, I just love him as a person. So like, whatever. But I'm over here calling my ex situationship about my new situationship, being like, what the fuck is like going on?
Well, that's honestly like a really smart idea, because it's like if anyone knows what's going through his head, it's him.
Yeah, and he told me he doesn't want anything to do with me.
Oh,
that brings me to a subject.
He doesn't know anything.
No, I literally go, you're delusional. I'm like, I think I'm the delusional one. But that brings me to my next topic, the almost girlfriend. And I'm the queen of the almost girlfriend.
I am too. I fear we stand on that throne together.
We're good luck charms for our guys.
It's what do they call it? Good luck chuck, when you're like the person somebody dates before they end up in a like committed relationship. That's what happens to me every time too.
Every single time without fail, I am always the girl right before a guy gets into a relationship, and it's always like, I'm just not ready. I don't want a girlfriend right now. Yes, you do. You just don't want me.
Yeah, that's what just happened to me. Are you kidding? Yeah. I go 11 months. I'm not ready for a relationship, and the second he's ready, he's got someone else lined up.
Yeah, 1000%. I mean, I was talking to ex situationship, and he was telling me about this girl who he's so heartbroken over, and she's fucking with him and like seeing other people and like sleeping with other people, and he knows about it. And I look her up, and she's the complete opposite of me. She's literally like clean girl, blonde, like, you're hot.
Thank you.
No, but it's just, that's not the point. She's still hot, but like, it's just, the point is exact opposite of me.
Like, was I not? I guess
I wasn't your
that
type.
helps though. Like it's so much better in my opinion for like to see a guy end up with somebody who's nothing like you than some like end up with somebody who's just like me, and like, and then it's like, why was it not me then?
Exactly. No, yeah. I would rather it be someone so complete opposite from me, because it makes me feel
like
less
I want
shitty.
the bitch to be doing sound baths.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I want
sound baths. Going on hikes.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, I hike.
You go to Ala.
I hike. I literally wrangled a snake yesterday off the street.
That was crazy. Was it a garden snake?
No, he was a bull snake.
Call Rob.
Hey, Rob. If I see a guy, that's happened to me a few times, where like a guy will end up with somebody who literally is like just like me or does the same thing in the same field, and like I'll be like, wait, okay, then it must be me. My personality just sucks.
I don't think your personality sucks. I think what it is, because I also have that doubt about myself, but then I'm also like, I low-key am that bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's not low key.
It's not low key at all.
Nothing low key about it.
I am that bitch. But I think it honestly has to do with like men not being able to handle like a big personality and like them being insecure and like weird about it.
I know, but then it's like, are we one of those people who are like, we're just too much for them. We're way too funny and smart for them.
I'm gonna choose to believe that is that.
I know, but am I living my life in delusion? Like, we don't answer that.
Okay,
literally
yes.
don't answer that.
We are, but honestly, I'd rather be delusional than have my feelings hurt all the time.
Yeah, that's true. I don't like to feel insecure, and I honestly don't feel insecure. That's the thing. Like, I have transitioned into like, if a guy doesn't want me, I think it's a him problem. I think he has bad taste.
If for sure has bad taste. I think it's a him problem. I think there's nothing wrong with us.
At all. We're perfect.
Literally at all. But I don't know. I'm always the almost girlfriend. I'm used to it at this point. Or it's like I'm in a situation.
No, but look at that guy, for example, that we were just talking about. You're not your last or situationship, but the one before it. You look at him and you're like, God, thank Jesus Lord that I did not end up with him. I look at every single guy I've ever talked about on this podcast, and I think that same thing. Like, what was I thinking? Like, I would never want to end up with that guy. Yeah. So I feel the same way about the guy that I just ended things with. I know that like in fucking 6 weeks,
you're gonna be like, what?
I'm gonna be like, hopefully less than 6 weeks. Honestly, I'm gonna be like, what a loser.
I made a TikTok about this like a couple weeks ago about how grateful I am that every guy that I ever wanted to date didn't want to date me. Like, I am
because God
so
forbid you
waste
2 years of your life on some dude who like fucking is like, you're not gonna marry him.
No.
Like, and I always like, all these guys have been guys with qualities that I would never ever accept in a husband. So it's like, why would I waste? Why?
It's like, would you like, you see the TikTok trend right now? It's like when you see him doing this, and it's like you immediately know that's not your husband. Like your husband,
but like
would never do
my
that.
husband would never make me like, yeah,
your husband would never make you like sweat about like, I don't know, being somewhere he's not supposed to be. Like, I don't know, some stupid shit.
Some shit your ex would do. Some shit Pooh would do.
Something Pooh would do
while he's posing in front of some car that's not his.
How's Pooh? Is he good?
Pooh, sound off in the comments.
He has a new girlfriend. He's happy. Wow. Well, I don't know.
I'm sorry this wasn't our traditional format of episode, you guys. Tana and I are working together to do it right, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. But she'll be back in the stew pretty soon, and we'll have a Tana, BB, Brooke episode.
And Paige.
I
think the four of us would be
a fun group. Yeah. I know Paige wanted the week off. We wanted to have Paige on with us, and she's taking a breather.
Yeah,
because
she's sitting this one out.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot of canceled.
She went to Barney's Beanery last night. Did you know that?
Where you belong.
I was jealous.
I love it.
I lived at Barney's Beanery. That was like my
We
second
know. That's
home.
what BB stands for.
Well,
we love you guys.
Love you.
Thank you so much for listening. We miss you. See you next week.
Bye.